Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Andrea, and this is Andy on Set. And yes, today we're finally talking about them, Look Me and Sonia, the international LMSY ship that is winning hearts all around the world. First of all, let me give a huge round of applause to these two amazing actresses because this year they absolutely dominated the CAS Awards, taking home the Youth Choice of the Year award. A well-deserved recognition that truly shows the incredible impact they're having on audiences everywhere. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and, if you'd like, turn on notifications so you won't miss any future GL-related videos. So, what is Hometown Romance about? Without spoiling anything for those who still haven't watched it, the series takes us far away from the chaos of city life. We follow the story of C, a seemingly superficial young woman who grew up inside a bubble of privilege and suddenly finds herself forced to confront reality and the suffocating expectations imposed by her family. Along the way, she meets Clow, a country girl who is incredibly mature, full of life, and deeply connected to local traditions. They come from completely different worlds, and those worlds inevitably clash. Yet through a series of circumstances, they end up entering into an agreement that will change both of their lives forever. Now let's get into the heart of this review because the characters are where this series truly shines. Let's talk about C. Guys, at the beginning, Sai is so frustrating that she actually feels incredibly realistic. She's immature, and I have to admit that some of her scenes made me genuinely uncomfortable, especially when it came to her family relationships. She fails to realize that her younger sister only wants what's best for her. That little girl completely melted my heart. All she wants is to be accepted and loved by Sai. But the truth is that everything happening between them is ultimately the result of their parents' decisions, not the girl's own choices. And when we look beneath the surface, we begin to understand that Sai's behavior is really just a defense mechanism. You can see it in small moments, like when she shows vulnerability and genuine care toward a pet that doesn't even belong to her. Sai appears shallow, but let's think about it for a moment. Her parents raised her to believe that her only responsibilities were to be beautiful, well-behaved, and never have to lift a finger. Now that she's an adult, what exactly did they expect? They expect her to have all the tools necessary to face adulthood, yet they're the very people who never gave her those tools in the first place. Her father treats her as though he had no role in her upbringing. He constantly undermines her, dismisses her, and hurts her by assuming that everything she does is destined to fail. But C is proud, just like her father, and she refuses to let herself be crushed by people who have no faith in her. The very fact that she accepts the agreement with Clow shows us that she genuinely cares about her family and wants to belong. The willingness is there. What she's lacking isn't determination, it's guidance. And this is where Clow enters the story. Because, almost unexpectedly, C finds a true safe haven in her. I find Clow to be an incredibly mature character, and honestly that's no surprise. Look Me has made maturity one of her trademarks. Every character she plays seems to possess this remarkable emotional wisdom. Cleo is full of life, full of hope, and extraordinarily selfless. She represents exactly what C needs in order to become a better person. She's someone who looks C straight in the eye and tells her the truth. But here's the important part. She doesn't do it to hurt her. She does it because she sincerely wants her to be happy. When you look at Cleo, you see someone who has experienced pain firsthand and has learned that life must be built upon different values. More meaningful, more genuine, more alive. Cleo's devotion is visible from the very first episode. What initially appears to be simple determination gradually evolves, episode after episode, into pure devotion. And the chemistry between Look Me and Sonia, our LMSY, is undeniable. They know exactly how to pass emotional weight back and forth in every scene. Their performances complement each other beautifully, creating moments that feel authentic and deeply moving. One of the reasons I enjoyed this series so much is that it isn't your typical lighthearted romantic comedy. It tackles huge and meaningful themes: separation as a form of death, grief, emotional depth versus social superficiality, selfless love, self-improvement, and the difference between helping yourself and falling into self-pity. And then there's another exceptional strength that I absolutely have to highlight: the presence of culture, tradition, and the concept of local sustainability. what we might call a farm-to-table or locally sourced philosophy. I deeply appreciated the fact that the creators didn't try to force the series into a more westernized mold. Instead, they embraced and celebrated Thai identity, preserving local traditions and cultural values. That authenticity gives the show a unique richness that can be felt in every single frame. In conclusion, Hometown Romance is an emotional journey that I wholeheartedly recommend to anyone who hasn't watched it yet. For me, the final score is definitely an 8 out of 10. It has a few pacing issues here and there, but the character development and the themes explored far outweigh any weaknesses. Now it's your turn. If you've seen the series, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions and perspectives. Do you agree with my analysis of Psy? What do you think about Clow? Or even better, what comes to mind when I say just one name, Jane? Let's discuss it and exchange some viewpoints. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next review. Bye everyone!